Assalamualaikum everyone. Hi, my name is Fanny. If you haven't met me before, I'm a revert from Finland, and today I'm gonna make my updated revert story video. I'm gonna start from explaining what I did before Islam, how I found Islam, and all that. Previously, about 10 years ago, I was working and living in Helsinki, Finland. Before, I worked as a hair and makeup artist and hairdresser in Helsinki, and I did that for about 7 years. But I kind of felt like I really didn't know anything else except hair and makeup. So that was basically the trigger for me to suddenly just leave it all and go traveling in Asia. So I sold almost everything and gave up my apartment, dog, furniture, almost everything, and I saved some money and I went traveling in Asia with my friend. So there I fell in love with Indonesia. Bali specifically. Of course, Bali is not Islamic place, but I fell in love with Indonesia. You know, the way that people are just so easy to connect with and to talk to. I really love they are just so grounded and down to earth, I think, and that was really something I needed at that time. So from that on, I just had to, go back and forth with Indonesia and Finland. So I went to Indonesia, then I went back to Finland, figured out how I would, get more money. When working in England, for example, I worked as a nanny at the time, saved the money again, went back to Indonesia, and, we started our family with my Indonesian husband. So yeah, my husband is born Muslim in Indonesia, and we started our family. We now have 3 boys together, and we live in Finland. So when I became a mom and a wife, I was really lost in my journey. As many of us are. I just couldn't find my purpose again. Like, my purpose had always been cutting hair and make people beautiful, and I just loved doing hair and makeup before. That was all I wanted to do, and since I was teenager basically. But yeah, I was really lost, and I tried to find my purpose in astrology. I really thought that was the truth, that I really found my answers there, and at one point I really wanted to become an astrologer. Alhamdulillah, I didn't become an astrologer. So yeah, at one point I was looking for videos on YouTube, and I came across these videos where these women were explaining how they become a Muslim, and how it was just like the truth, and how they found their their heart was so connected, and they felt like they could be women wearing the hijab. And I started to wear, like, I was so moved by that, and I just felt like I needed to be more of a woman, and do what I was supposed to do. And at that time I was just trying to ignore my position as a mom and wife. Like, I was supposed to be a mom and wife, but I was just trying to look for my purpose somewhere else all the time, and I just couldn't believe that my main position should be mom and wife. Like, I just didn't want to accept that at all. But when I started wearing the hijab at home, that was when I just felt so supported. And this may sound like so weird for people, or for women who haven't tried wearing a hijab, but I just felt so supported by God, that I just love to wear the hijab at home. Of course, from then on, like, it's been a ongoing challenge, since we live in Finland and my family is not Muslim. So it's been a really you know, a lot of adapting, like who am I right now, and um, what will I look like when I go outside the home. And you know, when I'm inside the home, of course, you know, I can look what I want to look, but you know, just finding that identity, living in Finland and wearing the hijab, that's been a real, you know, journey with me that is still going on. But inshallah, you know, Allah will make it easy for me and everybody else. But what really pushed me into the religion was when we, like few years back, we moved to Indonesia. And we've done that already a couple times, but we moved to Indonesia and getting to know more of the culture, and I said more of the religion and the culture. And I said my Shahada in Jakarta 2019, and that was really my decision. Like nobody was forcing me to do that, even though, you know, there was some kind of you know, some people wanted me to become a Muslim, and you know, of course, you know, marrying a Muslim, and there are family members who once wanted me to become a Muslim, but I really didn't want to accept Islam before I was really ready. And I'm really grateful that I listened to myself at that time. But yeah, I said my Shahada 2019 in Jakarta, and we lived in Indonesia at that time. And what really made me sure that Islam was the truth was that when our close family member unfortunately died in Indonesia, and we attended the funeral in Indonesia, and how I saw how she had lived her whole life and how people respected and appreciated her. Like she was really a role model how to live as a Muslim woman, and I was just so impressed by that. Like her death was like a example of the life that I wanted to live, and I was just so touched by the whole occasion. So that was just amazing experience for me, even though that was so painful to see her die, and you know, burying her. But you know, everybody came across, you know, from all over Indonesia to attend her her funeral in just one day notice, and it was just peaceful and beautiful, and Alhamdulillah for experiencing that. But when we came back to Finland, I attended a funeral of my close family member who died when he was not a Muslim. So that was just really opposite experience from the Muslim funeral that I've experienced in Indonesia, and it was just like so painful to see the end of the life and how it ended up being. You know, the life and the death and the funeral was just so painful, and so it wasn't what I've seen in Indonesia as a Muslim funeral and the death. So that made me so sure that Islam was the truth, and I didn't wanna, you know, have that kind of ending knowing that I wasn't a Muslim. So Alhamdulillah, I'm really grateful to be a Muslim. I don't know what I would, you know, do if I wasn't a Muslim, and I'm so grateful. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and Inshallah, I will see you in my next videos. Thank you so much. Bye.